Had enough of your sportsbook holding back on the rewards? Fanatic Sportsbook opens a lane to a world of exclusive perks. Use Fan Cash to step up your tunnel walk with authentic NBA jerseys and vintage fits. Be there for the biggest moments with game tickets and rub shoulders with NBA greats through meetups and Fanatics experiences. Make the switch and get access to a highlight reel of rewards with Fanatic Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-522-4700. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Offer not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatic Sportsbook app.
Welcome to Culture Crash, where we examine what's new and old in entertainment. Now that the dust has settled on this year's Oscars, we couldn't help but look back on some of the great films that have left empty-handed over the years. So, on today's episode, we're focusing in on some of the best movies that didn't win the Best Picture Oscar. First up is 2007's There Will Be Blood, the epic period piece starring the recently unretired Daniel Day-Lewis. It would have almost certainly gone the distance if it wasn't released up against the Coen brothers' juggernaut, No Country for Old Men. As Day-Lewis's character might say, they drank his milkshake. They drank it up. And for those wondering what in the world that means, go watch There Will Be Blood and thank me later. Now, as you might guess, bad timing is a common theme among many of the greatest losers, be it Good Will Hunting that lost in the takeover that was Titanic, or at the 67th Academy Awards when several high-profile classics like The Shawshank Redemption and Pulp Fiction lost out to Forrest Gump. Of course, not every year has such an all-star lineup, and sometimes Best Picture-worthy movies simply don't get the love they deserve during award season. Take, for instance, one of the all-time great war movies, Saving Private Ryan, which lost to the more run-of-the-mill romance drama Shakespeare in Love, or the time The Social Network was bested by The King's Speech. In the end, if one thing is certain about the Oscars, it's that anything can happen. One battle after another may have been the heavy favorite for Best Picture this year, but nothing's ever certain until that envelope is read out loud. This week's Culture Crash was written by Zack Gaertner. I'm Evan Rook.
The In Good Health podcast gives listeners the latest news on what's trending in health, science, technology, and more, featuring medical experts who break down complex topics in a way that's easy to understand.
The mice that ate the salmon that had been fed the soybean meal diet got obese, so it's not just what you eat, but it's what the thing you eat has eaten that's important.
The In Good Health podcast, available wherever you find your favorite podcasts and at ingoodhealthpodcast.org.